So how to use SEO to build brand authority online. It's very important to focus on your brand, because your brand means a lot to people. Your name is your brand, your company is your brand, and today we're going to talk a lot about that. So the first thing we need to talk about is, what does your brand mean to customers? And this is one of the most important topics, because your brand is not really the product or the service name or what's your company called. Your brand is the brand experience that they're getting from social media, from email, from direct mails, from customer relationship, from customer support. Just seeing you in public as an entrepreneur and interact with you, this is what builds brand experience. It's very worth to say that people do not really judge on the actual value of a brand, but people usually judge on the perceived value of a brand. So, for example, Apple and Microsoft, two laptops exactly the same. Apple could be $300 or $500 more, but people perceive Apple brand differently, and the people who like Apple will pay $300 or $500 more to get their laptops. So why would you bother with SEO? Why is it important, and why are we having this webinar today? The first one is that people do not make buying decisions based on facts. They relied on the perceived value of a brand, and this is exactly the Apple PC brand recognition and how people perceive Apple brand for the fans of Apple a lot more valuable, even if the specs of the computer or the laptop is exactly the same. SEO can help your brand recognition and trust. Trust is usually one of the most important factors that people rely on when they want to deal with a consultant or a company or a construction company. These are one of the things I want to make sure that my home will be built properly. And one of the things we really get our trust from is the first page of Google. We have this perception or believe in our brains that if it's not on the first page of Google, then it's not good enough. And this is one of the things that we also going to be talking about today. In the eye of your prospects, high ranking equal high quality. And this is very true. More than 80% of people do not go to the second page of Google because they think if it's not on the first page of Google, then it's not good enough. So high ranks is a must if you want to really build on the trust and the brand recognition. Not being able to control your brand name online could become a costly mistake. There's so many examples of disasters happen to brands that are not being able to control what appears for their names online. There's so many examples. I don't want to really focus on the negative. For this webinar, I want to talk about how we actually take control of this. All right. So let's just take a step back and talk about how do we find answers online. So just ask yourself, when was the last time you're looking for a phone, a couch, a computer, a TV, a health consultant, a financial advisor? What did you do, and how did you find a trusted partner to work with? So I'm not going to give my own personal opinion on this. We're just going to talk about numbers. 89% of customers use search engines to make buying decisions. The first thing we do when we want to buy a service or a product, we Google it. When was the last time you walked into Future Shop or Best Buy or the Brick and saw a couch and I say, yes, this is the couch I want, I'm going to buy it right now? We almost never do that anymore. 75% of people never scroll past the first page of search results. Again, we have that belief in the back of our heads, if it's not on the first page of Google, then it's not good enough. And 43% of Google search queries are local. This is a very important number. 43% is a huge number, and the number of searches happen on Google every day are like millions and trillions. So what this tells me that everyone is looking online to find your service or your products. They expect you to be on the first page of Google, and people usually search with a local intention. So local intention means that they have the city name or the neighborhood name or the country name in the search query. Usually when we want to buy or find something, we know two things. First, what is the thing that we want to buy? And second, where is the location we want to buy? So we search for a charter accountant in Toronto, corporate lawyers in Markham and things like that. All right. So in order to get on the first page of Google, let's just talk briefly about what appears on the first page of Google. The first one is very simple. It's paid advertising. We call it search engine marketing, and sometimes we call it pay-per-click. That's because you do not pay unless someone clicks on your ad. The second types of results are what we call organic or search engine optimization. Those are results you don't need to pay to appear on the first page of Google, but it all depends on the Google search algorithm and how do they see the quality and the trust and the relevancy of your website to rank on the first page of Google. There are a few verticals that you can rank on the first page of Google. Let's talk about that quickly. So we know that there are the ads, but there are a lot of other verticals that you don't need to pay to appear. So this case study was ran by Searchmetrics in 2015. They scanned more than, I think, 4,000 or 5,000 keywords. And 79% of all the keywords that they used in that study had at least one universal search integration. A universal search integration means one of the following verticals. So shopping, maps, images, news, and videos. So I don't want you to rank on the first page just once. I want you to rank on the first page twice or 3 times or 4 times. You can do that. And the more real estate you take from that first page, and the more you control how your brand appear online, the more chances that you will get the lead and you will get the sale as well. All right. So the whole purpose of this webinar, I'm trying here to say that you really don't need to buy big billboard and do like TV ads and spend thousands and thousands of dollars. If 90% of people are looking for you online anyway, why would you even bother? All we are going to worry about right now in this webinar is how to take care of the first 10 results that appear around your brand in this webinar. So let's just talk about how people usually search your company. So let's say I met you at an event, or I've seen a quick video about you, or someone told me about you. The first thing I would do after I hear about you is usually to validate you. So when I try to validate someone that I don't know and I'm interested in their product or services, what do? We usually do one of 2 things. First thing, you search for their name. And this is why your name is really your brand name. So for Green Lotus, we have a huge team. We cannot get to where we are today if it was not for our team. But again, I am still the face of the brand. And a lot of people, when they search for Green Lotus, sometimes they use my name. So I'm showing you an example of some of the results that appear for my name when you Google me. So the first one is LinkedIn. The second one is a press release when we won Canadian Entrepreneur of the Year in 2015. And the third one is my profile from Udemy for the courses that we do. So very quickly, those top results tells you who I am. I won awards. I've done this. I'm also teaching. So it kind of builds a perception. Even before you get to know me and even before you get to speak with me, you get to formulate your own perception about who is that person that you're about to work with. And I got to say, a lot of people, when they get to talk to me, they usually have an idea of what we do and also tell me some comments about videos or things they saw on my website. So usually when people reach out to me, they have done their homework. And I believe you guys do that too as well when you're interested in buying a product or service as well. The second thing people search for is your brand name, your company name. And it's very important that you have a unique name that people are easy to remember and easy to spell. So for our company, Green Lotus, these are some of the results that will appear when you search for our company. So I want to focus on a few things here that are vital. And if you take some of these steps, you will guarantee a lot of success. And I'm going to go more into details with this. So if you notice, the first result here is a paid campaign. A paid campaign on your brand name have a lot of value because, first of all, you're not going to pay much for your own brand name because nobody or almost usually not a lot of people would bid on your brand name. But what I'm trying to do here is guarantee that anyone that is searching for my brand name that will see the message that I want them to see, not what Google think about me. So when you see in this ad, you see that we are Canada's most trusted agency. You see our top 2 services, SEO services and do-it-yourself SEO tools, and they give you a very quick snippet that all our products are no setup fees, pay as you go, and free support. Very quickly, control the first thing that people see about you with a very cheap, cost-effective pay-per-click campaign on your brand name can become vital to your business. Also, make sure that your Google profile is set up properly and information on the right side that also show up properly. It's also a great place to show the quality and how many people trust and like your services. Green Lotus have more than 70 reviews. Our average rating is 4.8. All our reviews are either 4 or 5 stars. This is something I'm very proud of, and this is something that you should also be proud of for your company and the reviews that people leave for you, and encourage them to do that as well. One last thing I want to show about this slide. Recently, Google have kind of reinvented Google Maps, and now you can actually have your own website. You can post blogs and things like that. And one of the things that I want to share with you is that if you were searching for my brand name in the last, I think, 7 to 10 days, that's when we posted this, you would have seen some information about the webinar that we are doing today. And actually, a lot of the people who are joining us have came through that. So again, this is a very heavy thing to do. There's a lot of things that we're going to be talking about today, but the whole idea is how to control that first impression that people get about you. All right, so let's just dive into it. Today I'm going to be focused on 9 verticals that you need to worry about, you need to optimize to control that brand experience, to build brand authority, and also to generate leads. So let's get started. Vertical number 1, your website. This is always the first and most important vertical to worry about. So I want you to optimize the most important pages of your website and use your name, your business name, your product or service name as your primary keyword, and also use the location as the secondary keyword. Usually when we optimize any page on our website, we only optimize it for 1 keyword. Because if you optimize for 5, 6 keywords, you have not optimized for anything. So we usually ask people to optimize every page for 1 single keyword and 1 secondary keyword. So for the pages that I'm going to show you right now, we are asking you to optimize for 1 main keyword as the business name or product name, and the secondary keyword is your city or neighborhood. So the first one is very important, your homepage. Spend a lot of time to think about your title tag and your meta description. Your meta description, title tag is one of the most important and oldest factors of SEO. Meta description is not an SEO ranking factor, but meta description is what shows under a title, the blue title of your website when people search. Even if it's not a ranking factor on your website, but this is the first impression that people read about you. So make sure it's actually short, it's to the point, and it's also attractive. About Us page. About Us page, make sure you include the business founders, the history, the milestones, the business goals, your visions, what are you about to do. So if someone lands on this page, they will have a really quick view of how great and awesome your company is. Business reviews. A lot of business do not do this, and this is very important. Usually when people search for a new product or a new restaurant or a new service, they will say restaurant name reviews or consultant name reviews. They want to know what people say about you or about your product. So make sure that you also control that experience. It's reviews searches are a huge trend, and it never died since it started, because that's what people want to know. They want to know what other people say about you before I start working with you. So make sure you have a page that is titled with your business name and reviews. Include the awesome reviews that people leaving about your business, and also include some generic and general information about your business. The last one is the team members. We get a lot of searches, and we see it in our analytics. People will search for some of my member teams. The head of business development usually gets searched a lot. Our content manager gets searched a lot. So the name of the teams of your business is also a good keyword. So make sure you include their bio, you include their industry relevant experience, and also their interests. All right, we're moving to vertical number 2. Local maps. Honestly, this is very important because local maps have a different ranking algorithm than the regular SEO and the regular like text and description that shows on the page. Honestly, this could be one of your quick wins when you do branding SEO. So this is an example of a search query for digital marketing agency in Toronto. While my website a long time ago were not able to rank on the first page of Google, but we always had the local ranking, and we always were on the top of that 3 results. So because it's have a different ranking algorithm, we taken care of people leaving reviews for us, people checking in and caring about a lot of factors. We were able to get in the local listing even before we get on the first page of Google. So I would pay a lot of attention to this and have some advanced tips for you. So this is a case study done by Moz. Moz is one of the oldest and most trusted sources for SEO. You can actually get to the link from our webinar when we post it later. So these are the most important factors that determine your ranking on the local results on the first page of Google. So the most important one is on-page signals. That is the presence of your NAP. NAP stands for name, address, and phone number. So make sure you have a consistent NAP across the entire web on your website, and every single listing or PR you post on every single page of your website. Make sure that your business name, address, and phone number is consistent. The second most important one was 18% is link signals. So make sure that the links coming to your website have keywords in them, that the websites that are linking to are high quality, have authority in them, and also have a lot of good quality. Few things that we're going to be talking about as well is the review signals. So it's almost 10% of that ranking. So make sure that you encourage people to leave reviews. Social signal as well is important. So I invite you to find this case study, and if you want to dig deep into it, it's very easy to find information on how to optimize your local listing, and we will be following up with some information as well. So how does Google evaluate your business? And this is something that we always talk about, but nobody really know how it happens. That's because Google don't really share how they do their business. So here's some best practices. We talked about the NAP. Make sure it's consistent on all web presence for you, like Google Places, Facebook, Yelp, and LinkedIn. Make sure that your business name, address, and phone number are very consistent. Reviews, encourage happy customers to post reviews for your business everywhere. Social signals, encourage Facebook users to check in when they come to your business, to share the pictures they took at your establishment, and so on and so forth. And then we're going to move into vertical number 3. Vertical number 3 is using pay-per-click advertising. So that's the example that I showed you when we had advertising for our branding. More than that, there's something called a Google AdWords extension. And what this is that anything that looks different on the first page of Google usually get more eye attention and usually get more click-throughs. So there's so many different ad extensions. I think there are like 10 or 12 of them, and you can choose what works best for you. On the right, there's an example from my time at Canadian Tire. We're the first Canadian retailer to use the click-to-download app extension in Canada, and for the first time for the business, we were able to prove how much does it cost for a brand new user to download an app. So if you're a coach or have an app or have a business on apps, this is a really good start for you because it saved 2-3 clicks. Usually people will click on your website and then go on to download an app and then choose Apple or Android and then download the app. I have cut all of these with this extension that you can go directly because Google AdWords would recognize the device that you're on and give you the right link as well. There is the reviews, there is the location, and there's also the call extension. It's very important to be one click away. So sometimes a lot of people don't even click on our advertising or our clients' advertising. They just want to know. They just want to talk to someone. They see the ad, they click on the button, and they start talking to you immediately. So every time you save a click to one of your prospect clients or customers, you actually increase your conversion rates by a lot. All right, vertical number 4. Stand out in search results when people search for your product with images. And we know an image can tell 1,000 words. So especially if you have an e-commerce or a lifestyle business, you can see how impactful. If I'm looking for decorative pillows, I'm like, I can see already the pillows. I can see how much they are. I can see who they're selling it without even scrolling or doing any research. You can scroll on the arrow and see more, and you can make your buying decision without even leaving the first page of Google. So don't rely on people finding you and then clicking and going into your catalog and then checking the price, all of these things. Actually, some of the case studies say that every extra click you ask your users to make a conversion, you lose about 50% of them. So if you have 100 people coming to your website and you ask them to click on catalog, you lost 50% of them. And then they see a picture and they want to know the price, they need to click on it, then you lost another 50% of it. So these are one of the most effective things that you can really squeeze every dollar and every dime off your marketing budget using shopping ad extensions as well. Vertical number 5, news. News is one of the most important verticals of Google. Not a lot of businesses, unfortunately, pay a lot of attention to it. I was just talking to a friend of mine about press releases and is it good, is it not? And this is one of the things that we really need to focus on, because I don't think there's any shortage of good stuff to say about your business. I think the problem is that we do not share this good news with the world effectively. So I'm just going to explain the screenshot we have on the screen. So a few months ago, one of the oldest, most reputable SEO and digital marketing ranking websites have rated us the #1 SEO agency in Canada. So just instead of saying thank you and post it on Facebook, we actually created our own press release to share this news with the world. And when you search for our name, you will see this press release because it's been distributed via a premium press release distribution, and it's been a high quality of a piece of information that Google will rely on and say, yes, Green Lotus is the most trusted SEO agency in Canada. So how to effectively share your business news and achievements with the world. Number 1, use premium distribution PR services. I know it could be a little bit expensive. I know not everyone is expert in writing press release, but get some help, shop around. Green Lotus have some really cost-effective PR services as well. And search around, because having your press release being picked up by a local magazine or a local TV station website, it adds a lot of value to your brand name. When we won the awards, we sent a press release. It was picked up by Yahoo Financial. It was picked up by Reuters and big other news services. It all adds up to your company perception. Submit your news to reputable local businesses and industry publications. So start making some phone calls. Call the Toronto Star, who is the guy that writes the help column. Can you share this news about my business? We just launched this app. We just got this milestone. Be proactive because that is the most important part of sharing your news effectively. Include links in your PR to post your website backlink profile. PR is not just about sharing your news effectively, but it also helps in building your SEO. So if a local newspaper or a local magazine picks up your press release and it have backlinks to your website, that also adds to your authority as well. All right, we're moving forward fast. I want this to be effective and very short and to the point webinar. I hope that I'm not going too fast for you guys. So vertical number 6. Optimize your image results. I cannot emphasize on how important images are, especially if you're in the decor, the lifestyle, a health coach, a food product. Again, a picture tells 1,000 words. And again, it's like the local and the map ranking. Images have a different algorithm for it to appear on the first page of Google. And this is how, when you hit and optimize for multiple verticals, then you can rank on the first page of Google 2 times and 3 times and 4 times, because you have taken care of all these verticals. So how to optimize your images? Quality. Use original and high quality images. Stock images won't work for SEO because Google has built the biggest database for images. Artificial intelligence with Google Images is phenomenal. Google now know if this page is duplicated or taken from another site or being used around the web a million times. So only use your original images for your product, so Google will know that this is a unique and a high quality picture of your own business and is not being taken from somewhere else. Keywords. Image optimization is very simple. Just 3 places you need to optimize: the file name, the capture, and the title tag. Make sure that it's short, it's precise, and include your most important keyword. And size is very important. You need to optimize your image size for 2 things: for page speed, so it doesn't take too long for your website to load, and also for responsiveness. So people view your website in multiple platforms and multiple devices. It's very important that your image can look phenomenal on a TV screen, and it looks also good on a mobile phone. All right, vertical number 7. Your video, your YouTube. YouTube is the second largest search engine online. It's owned by Google, and this is one of the most important verticals that I would like you guys to focus on. So Canadians watch more YouTube than any other nation. It's been proven. We love YouTube. Half of all videos watched online are on YouTube, so it's amazing. The best thing I like about YouTube is prime time is every time. It's not after the Super Bowl. It's not after Big Bang Theory. It's whenever you open your phone. It's whenever you open your computer. That's prime time. This is when you get to deliver your most important message. Video content best practices in SEO. These are very quick tips. And again, the video will be shared after, so relax and just enjoy the webinar, and we will be sharing the videos as well. So know your audience. Don't just post videos for the sake of posting videos. Make sure that you're solving a problem. Make sure that you talk to your clients or prospect clients' interest or preference or pain point, right? The video has to have a very core message that appeal to your audience. Pure sales and about me videos usually do not work. If you're gonna talk and talk and talk about yourself and your company and how great it is, I'm gonna lose you in 3 seconds. So make sure that you're actually providing value on these videos. Helpful tips, funny and interesting videos usually succeed. I know we cannot all post funny videos about cats or dog. I know they have won the internet, but make your video personable. Make them funny. Make them interesting. There's a lot of courses that teach you how to do videos yourself, or you can hire a video agency to make sure that your videos are very well presented. Do not exceed 2 minutes, especially for your first video, so you can get the insights and know how many people will stick around and watch your entire video. So there is 2 ways you can use videos in your strategy. There's the organic way and there's the paid way. The organic way is how to make your video appear on YouTube when someone searches for something. And also YouTube videos also appear on the first page of Google. If you search for how to anything on Google, you most likely will see a video. This is an example, a video from Home Depot of how to plant flowers, right? Home Depot is not a flower company, but they're selling the pots. So if they can provide you the value of how to plant your flowers, then you have the association of someone giving you value, and that's Home Depot. Then you will go buy the plant pots from Home Depot. So take advantage of Google Universal search results that a lot of other verticals appear on the first page. Optimize the description of your video. Optimize the file name. Optimize the closed capture, and also the metadata like descriptions and title tags for that video, include that video on your website and have a page for it, and make great space to feature that video. The paid one is really interesting. This is there's something called a true view. So when you are playing a video and you see an ad, if you do not skip the ad and watch up to 30 seconds, that's what we call true view. So it's like pay-per-click. You do not pay unless you actually get a true view of someone, either watch the entire video or watch more than 30 seconds. So you can reach your target audience. It's very cost-effective. You can get a true view for 2 cents. Our new Green Lotus Academy videos got more than 50,000 views in the last 30 days, and for less than $1,000. This is a very cost-effective way to spread the news about our company. $1,000, and I can speak to 50,000 people. That is a really good cost-effective way to put yourself in front of your target audience. Also, include target geolocation, interest, and remarketing in the mix, because you never know. We have a video campaign for one of our top advertisers, and we've noticed that the people who like this product are outdoor and do-it-yourself. So we created a campaign that only for the people who match this criteria, and the video did triple better engagement and cost-effective. So things like that, play with the target demographics and create different ad groups, will help you hone in on who's the most important people to target with this. And again, you can get cost per views for 2 cents. And look, where do you get a chance to talk to someone face-to-face for 2 cents? It's a very cost-effective way. All right, vertical number 8, social media. Social media factors become increasingly integrated with search. It's now time to add social media as a permanent tool to your online marketing arsenal. I know it's hard. I know a lot of people are frustrated with social media, but it's important. There's no way around it. So my best practices are very generic because it's not really a social media webinar. So create and publish awesome content and create lots and lots of it. Display your social media follow us buttons on every page of your website. Make it easy for people to share your content. So that example of the buttons that on the slide now, it's from Add This. You can Google Add This or Share This. It's a very simple integration to add sharing buttons to your website. Use management program. You don't have to do this manually. It can take a lot of time from you, and you might get frustrating. Quit. So start trying new tools. Take a leap of faith. Try out Buffer or Hootsuite to schedule your social media on days and times that work for your audience. All right. Vertical number 9. This is a hidden gem that not a lot of people talk about, but it adds a lot of value, because if you are in a specific niche, people will have more respect and different perception if you are included in these verticals. So, for example, Udemy and Coursera, it's great for people that are especially coaches or in education. Remember when I showed you the screenshot from searching my name? Udemy was actually ranked number 3, and I just started offering courses on Udemy not even 2 months ago, and it worked its way up to be the 3rd result for my name. Udemy have a lot of authority when it comes to SEO. SlideShare, again, for education and trainers. It's worth mentioning that SlideShare got bought by LinkedIn, so it will help also you ranking on LinkedIn, because the profiles are linked together, and it shows a bigger perspective of what you do and what you offer. Eventbrite and Meetup, I cannot emphasize enough on events and events marketing. I think if it was not for event marketing, Green Lotus would not be where it is today. We're very strong on Meetup, we're very strong on Eventbrite, and we share our events very effectively. Focused organization. So, for example, if you're a social entrepreneur, join CSI and create your profile page and optimize it. Not just put your name and picture and leave it empty. No, write a proper description and bio and put a link to your website, because an organization like CSI have a lot of authority, and you're already paid members, so why won't you take advantage of what's already there? AngelList and HomeStars is for contractors and consultants. What's better way to see your picture with your reviews and what people said about you all of this in one place on a third-party website that gives already authority and build your brand without even checking and going to your website. And guest blogging, it's important. It takes a lot of time and effort to write content for other people. But if you want to be a thought leader, you want to be perceived as someone that have a lot to talk about and share about the topic, then you have to go there. You have to walk the extra mile to get that brand perception. So I wanna kind of finalize this and give an extra tip to you. You don't really need to figure all of this on your own. The people who are on the first page of Google and your top competitors are there for a reason. You do not really need to do everything from scratch. Start where other people ended. If you're a small cafe shop or a restaurant, spy on Tim Hortons and spy on Starbucks, see where they're listed, see what their press releases are, see who's talking about them, see where the reviews are coming from, and try to follow them. And this will be a lot easier way than just trying to figure everything on your own. All right. The next topic is actually a very important topic, and I'm very excited to talk about this, and I think it's going to be the theme of 2018. So what is the future of advertising? For the last 5 years, God knows how long, 7 years maybe, we have been hearing that mobile is the future of advertising. Mobile, mobile, mobile. And every conference I went to in the last 5 years have been talking about mobile. And it's true. Mobile is huge. And it's bigger than everyone have thought it would be. But I actually disagree. Mobile is not the future of advertising. Mobile is the present of advertising. If you do not have your mobile strategy in place, I'm sorry to tell you, you have missed the boat. You have to shift direction very fast and make sure that your mobile experience is not just okay, it's not just excellent, it's just phenomenal, reflect your personality, you reflect your brand value. And honestly, like Google have even said it, in 2017 is actually the first year that searches done on mobile have surpassed searches done on desktop. Google have officially announced that they stopping investing in desktop crawlers and they're going to continue in mobile crawlers. So again, now is mobile, right? It's very important. But that leaves the question, what is the future of advertising? What are we going to do? I believe machine learning and AI devices are the future of advertising. And it's not just AI, it's the application of AI. How we make AI a tangible thing in our daily activities. And I put Google Home picture in here because I think it's a perfect example. This Google Home is not just a device that you get to talk to and play you some music. This is a device that controls your security of your home, the temperature of your home, lights, communicate to your fridge. Any smart device that you have in your home can be connected to Google Home. And on top of all of that, it learns how you talk, it learns how you speak and adapt, and it's machine learning, and it talks to every one of us differently. The more you talk to it and the more you personalize it, the more it will respond to you in a ways that you like. And on top of all of that, it's equipped with Google machine learning and Google ranking algorithm, and all of this stuff comes in one thing. It's crazy, and they have done amazing results. Actually, Google says that it sold a Google Home device every second over the holiday. That is unbelievable. I actually tried to get you guys a solid number of how many Google Home devices in circulation. Some articles said 25 million, some articles said 35, some articles even went all the way up to 85 million devices are in circulation right now. And this is just Google Home, not including the other voice-activated search from Amazon and the other guys, right? So voice-activated search is truly in the rise. So let me put some numbers into this. 22% of voice-activated search is for local information. I'm like, hello, people are looking for you in their local areas, and they want to deal with local business, and they want local information. 22%. 21% of voice-activated searches is for fun and entertainment. So if you offer this type of content, celebrity, gossip, fun stuff, right? Why won't Google read the most recent gossip about this celebrity from your website, right? It would be phenomenal. And 30% of voice-activated searches are for generic information. And this is one of the areas that we don't have a lot of information. Google is not sharing a lot about this, but we're going to try to do our best to bring you the latest information. The last number here is a little bit alarming. 1 in 5 adults use voice-activated search in the last month. That is 20% of the population, and this number is only going to go up. So I would completely advise you guys to start searching about this, start talking with your founders and partners. How are we going to adapt to voice-activated search? What is our brand strategy towards this? And let me give you my best practice. Let me give you my 2 cents. There's not a lot of information out there, so I'm going to do my best to explain this to you guys. So there are kind of 2 ways or two types of searches people do on Google. There's the direct questions, like where is the nearest coffee shop to me, or how to cook salmon in the oven, or who is the best real estate agent in Toronto. These are very direct questions, and basically this is pure SEO. So if you rank for the same queries on Google, you will be ranked and Google will pronounce your business to be the closest coffee shop or to be the best real estate in Toronto. And this is very direct, and Google have not said that, but my assumption that it's very, very similar algorithm to SEO and SEO ranking when it comes to direct conversations and direct questions. The other type that really is still a big mystery for everyone is the indirect conversation, because we talk to our Google Homes differently. So you have conversational keywords. So people interact with their virtual assistant differently than devices or computer. So make sure that you use informal language and everyday language when you write for your website. Schemas. Schema optimization. I know this is a little bit advanced topic. It's a little bit technical, but you can Google schema and microformats. But let me explain it to you guys very quickly. Schema and microformats are basically an HTML, a special HTML code you put on your website that tells Google exactly that this is my business name, or this is my number, or this is the event that I'm hosting, and show very specific formats that makes it easier for Google to really understand your content. So adding this schema and optimizing your microformats will increase your chances to appear on Google activated search as well. Integration. Now, Google Home have kind of very similar platform to Android apps or iPhone app stores. You can create innovative apps for your clients or your brand, and they can access it very easily on voice-activated search. So if you're on the stock market, you can create an app that your clients can use and check the stock market, or have different songs or entertainment or specific tasks that can be done with their other smart devices in their home. So it's a brand new place for innovation. If your company is a little bit on the tech side, I completely recommend that you start investigating on how to build an app for your brand on Google Home. The last one, questions and answers. With voice-activated search, people are more likely to look for direct questions. So make sure that you have a Q&A section on your website and you use the right formats for it, because most likely, if you just talk about the exact question that I just asked Google on search, voice search, most likely if your website have enough quality and relevancy, they will read the answer that you have on your website. Marketing, to me, marketing is everything. I know that some of you guys are not going to like what I'm about to say. Sometimes the quality of your product and the quality of your service is not the most important thing. Sometimes how many people know about your product and how good is your marketing. There's a say that says it's all in the packaging. I know it's not fair. And it's not a good way to approach it. But if you have such a good product and nobody knows about it, then how good is your product? This is a very important question. And I want you guys all to succeed online. And this is why I started Green Lotus, to help small and medium businesses to succeed online. We're all equal online. This is my own belief. And if you do digital marketing in a smart way, you will have tremendous success. Green Lotus started with two people from nothing to be one of the most trusted agencies in Toronto, just because we're all equal online. So I would like to share with you, we're coming towards the end of our webinar of what's new with Green Lotus. We are very excited to launch Green Lotus Academy. It's been in beta for a while. We've been testing our curriculum, and we are ready for full launch. And I'm so thankful for you guys to join us today. So we have 2 workshops coming for you for the people who are in the Toronto area. The first one is on March 15 from 12:30 to 3 o'clock at CSI. This is the Digital Marketing Bootcamp. This is for beginners. We're going to be talking about how to structure your digital marketing strategy, and we're going to be talking about a lot of practical things to do to increase your lead generation and to lower your cost per acquisition. The cost is from $69 per student. We're only taking 30 students, and there will be 2 to 3 instructors on board. The second one is the advanced SEO training, and this is really our biggest course, and we're very proud to bring this because we've been asked so many times, I want someone to show me how to do SEO. So this is a 2-day, full-day course training from 10 to 4 p.m. at CSI. We'll ask you to bring your laptop. We will not just tell you how to do SEO, we will do it with you. There will be only 9 students in this class. There will be 3 instructors, and it's all going to be hands-on training. The cost is $6.99 for everyone on this list, and for everyone that is part of Green Lotus Academy, we'll be sending you some discount coupons as well. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. It's been a pleasure, and we look forward to seeing you in the next webinars. Thank you, and have a great day.